leads to some orient fan. And when we talk about the object-oriented programming, a language deals with creating objects, manipulating objects, inserting objects, deleting objects, means the entire language is oriented with objects. That's why we call it object-oriented programming. So the diagram which you can see here, what are the directions where we are moving ahead? Whether we have to go to right, we have to go to right, left, up or down. The presentation, the objective of this presentation is basically to make you aware about your surroundings. As an institution of excellence, LPF, there are lots of things will be happening around you. You will be surrounded by so many other things. It starts from lecture halls, it starts from lecturers, labs, library, right? And your sitting areas, your rest areas. So the entire logic is to tell you about what will be your surroundings at LPF in terms of academic, right? So let's proceed with the presentation. Let us give you some brief about your dean. What is all about from your dean part. My name is Dr. Sandeep Kautish. If I say qualification wise, I have done my highest degree is the PhD in computer science engineering, followed by. So if I say I had no other profession to do, yes, I don't do anything to do other than academics. That's why I am in academics. I have around 14 years experience in and around various places of India, starting from Jaipur to Hyderabad, Dehradun, then Punjab, and now since last 3 months in Kathmandu. I have around 60 plus publications in reputed journals, magazines, articles I have written, and still the counting is on. Being a learner and practitioner, I will not say I am an accomplished professor, because accomplishment comes when you think that everything has been achieved. At this age, at this stage of my life, I cannot say I am an accomplished professor. Still I am learning, still I am grooming myself, and that is expected from you also, that you should never expect that you have accomplished the BSc degree, then you are the master of IT. Or you have all kind of knowledge. Daily new technologies are coming up, daily new things are coming up. We have to grasp all these things. And the keenness to learn, that always must be alive in your heart, in your mind. Right? There's few other things which you can read out. I have a recipient of youngest director and principal in Punjab region. I became principal at the age of 33, 4 years back. Right? So I think I have been lucky enough. My blessings of my parents and my hard work had made it achieve to be part of LPF institution as a dean academics. Let's start with the next thing. See how you will be taught. When we are talking about surrounding, orientation, what will be there? And how it will be injected in you, how it will be imparted for you. It starts with the lecture, the case study, seminars, role plays, discussions, brainstorming exercises, live projects, industrial visits, and the group assignments. All these things are in part of, if you say, the menu of academics at LPF. It starts right from the classrooms, labs, the projects, role plays. I think these terms are, if you're not clear, then we can go with that. Role play means when you're putting yourself in a particular situation, right? And how you're going to respond to that particular scenario. That is called role play. For example, if I'm teaching you IT project management, then IT project management means you will have to answer some questions that as a developer or as a software engineer, what kind of problem you are getting faced in terms of software testing or development or many other things. If we say the brainstorming exercises, Actually, this is also kind of brainstorming. We're not here, we don't see any storm, but basically ice breaking session. This session, orientation session, is basically ice breaking session. We are trying to break the ice between you and us. You must be knowing what we are going to do with you and what you are expected to deliver at your end as a student, and we are expected to deliver as a academic institution. Then live projects means when you are exposed to the real world environment. You will be undergone for industrial visits, projects, where you will work at industry and you will find how industries are working on latest technology. And the best part of APU pedagogy, APU academic system, that they have to, you are bound to go with the real-time projects. Fortnight basis, weekly basis, you will have checks. Our training placement coordinator or the respective program leader, they will monitor your progress under the consultation with your company guide, who are your immediate boss at company side. So all these things are ingredients of the dish we say academic orientation. And second thing becomes how it will be assessed. After imparting the knowledge, the lecture, the role play, GDs, everything, how we are going to judge it. How APU is going to assess you. And it consists of, the first part is the in-course assessment. In-course assessment means while studying, within the semester itself, you will be tested on the basis of test, class test or maybe university test. Second thing, the very unique part of APU pedagogy is assignment. I'm coming up in the next slide, what is assignment and why, how you are going to conduct it, right? And it will be followed by the final examination, which will be conducted probably after 4 months or 4.5 months of your semester. And final examinations are not what, how, why, no. Your question will not come like what is software engineering. You will be given a real-time scenario, a practical based scenario, and you will be asked as a software developer how you are going to respond. You will have to apply the mind, you have to apply the concept which you have learned from classroom, and then you have to answer it. And please don't forget, 50% you have to score in each and every component, whether it is test, whether it is assignment, whether it is final examination, as Prakash has already explained it. We have brought up a sample also for you. Just click on the second part. Yeah, this is basically your assessment methodology for a particular subject called software quality engineering. We have 2 components, in-course assessment and the final exam component. The total is 100. Means for this particular subject, software quality management, we have 2 components. First is the 50% is for your in-course assessment in terms of assignment or maybe a test, right? And then you will be appeared for final examination. And just scroll please, just scroll down, scroll. Just scroll down. So नीचे करिए scroll. हो रहा है? Yeah. So the late submissions, these are very, very important, crucial parts that we have to, you will be given the specific dates, and we are coming up with the online submissions also, that you have to mandate. Right? Plagiarism is one of the very hype words that also need to be avoided. I think this is the terminology we have learned. Next. Let's go down, sir. Yeah, now comes to the assignment part. There is a unique pedagogy given by APU that each module will have a dedicated assignment to be done. And that may be individual, that may be group also. It basically exposes you for the practical based real-time scenario. You will be given some particular situation and then you will be asked that please give us some solution. novelty and originality is essential. Now, novelty means newness, and originality means it must be exclusive, exclusively done by you. It must be free from plagiarism. At this level, we can understand plagiarism means it must not be copy and paste. Like Prakash has highlighted academic dishonesty. Academic dishonesty means when you are copying someone's material, someone's data, someone's findings, and using your own assignment. So your assignment must be free from the plagiarism part. Yes, we have come up with the online submission, where you will be asked to prompt for the submission. You will be given deadlines, you will be given reminders by your teachers, by your module leader, program leader, and you have to meet with the deadlines. Here we have come up with sample also. Like this is one of the example of subject called creativity and innovation, which comes in the 3rd semester of PSC IT curriculum of Asia Pacific University. The handout date is given as 12th of July, the date on which assignment will be assigned to you. It will be elaborated by the subject teacher that what you are going to do in this assignment. Then we have a hands-on date where you have to submit the final draft of your submission. Right? And this particular subject, if I say it has weightage of 100%, means there will be no final examination. Your judgment, your academic assessment will be done on the basis of only the assignment. But the assignment must be original one. Right? Now for this semester, I give you some example. We have assignment that you are basically a product manager in a software company, and you are asked by your manager to propose some new innovation in IT sector. Right? You have to propose a product, and then you have to differentiate that how your product is different, how your product is creative and innovative in terms of existing products which are already there in the market. Are you getting me? It means you have to propose a software product which is innovative, which is creative, and you have to present us analytical assessment, comparative analysis, that how your product is different from existing products which are available in the market itself. So the entire pedagogy of this particular subject, this module, depends on how creative you are while doing your assignment of creativity and innovation. Yes, module leaders are there, program leaders are there to help you out, from where you can get some idea. Until unless you don't have idea, you cannot work it, right? Idea will be given, suggestions will be given. Ultimately, the idea generation, then idea evaluation, then implementation, and the comparative analysis of the existing market, that you have to do. Right? So the assignment, again I am emphasizing the words, assignment is very, very crucial part of your academic system. You will not find this feature in other university systems. Right? Now, for doing all these assignments, for making you successful in terms of clearing your examination, clearing your assignments, what are the resources available at LBFN? If I try to summarize, there are 7 kind of different repositories, online repositories available at LBF campus itself, which can be accessed using Wi-Fi and internet connection, right? And which are available for you with any time. But you must be at the campus itself. Now these are the terms: ProQuest, ACM, IEEE. Can you let me know what is the meaning, what is the full form of IEEE? Anyone? You are aspiring your BSc in IT, right? Instead of Engineering, Electrical and Electronics Engineers. IEEE stands for Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers. This is the world level consortium which refers to the developments in electrical and electronics field. Science Direct is one of the very renowned publishers in terms of books, journals, periodicals, magazines, Emerald, AIM Global. This is basically for the management field, but rest, the top 5 are solely, exclusively specialized in IT education, in engineering education. Now, how you want to access them? After having a brief of them, this is your gateway. As Prakash has told, you will find 2 gateways while accessing the resources. The first gateway will be the LPM. You will be getting the login ID very soon. A dedicated login ID will be given to you. You will have to log in this URL, edusys.lpf.info. When you open this web page, you will be prompt to enter your college ID, your college roll number, and your password. After entering details, this is your prompt. This is the gateway of all these online resources. When you will click on any of the button, if you click on, for example, Access or Science Direct, if you click on the Science Direct, you will be prompted to Asia Pacific University login. The university login will come after November, I think. We are expecting to receive on November. You will be required to enter your username, your password, and then you will be open with that particular ProQuest or IEEE or Science Direct. You will be enabled to explore or to navigate in the resources available at Science Direct or that particular domain. Right? If I talk about only the ProQuest access, you can directly access it. No need of any login, no need of any credentials. You can directly access the same. For books, you have to note down the URL. This is available with the library head Naveen sir. Anytime you can approach him for having this URL. For journals, we have search.proquest.com business and the slide. Let me highlight you that more than 150,000 books are online available for you, which are freely available. You can just download it and start reading. E-books access. If you wish to access the e-books, this is the login screen, ebookcentral.proquest.com/lib/lbef. Direct login for downloading any of the electronic book available on ProQuest. ProQuest journals, search.proquest.com, business, the ID. Assignment submission. Here we have given you some brief idea how you are going to access the online submission form and how you are going to supposed to. Here you can find that the login is the student login, right? Your subject will be listed over here. What are the subjects you are studying in this particular semester, right? And then I think you are that much tech savvy that you have to click on this button, choose the file, just find the file over your desktop or your location of your computer, and just click on the submit button, and your assignment is submitted online. That will be evaluated, that the message will be going to your module reader login. They will be accessing it, they will be reverting you with the feedback. Here you can find within your login how many assignments you have submitted. Details can be there. The date of submission, your due date are given here. So these are the due dates of these submissions that you have to mandate. Now let's talk about a little more about the plagiarism part. In a nutshell form or in a layman term, we can say copying and pasting someone's material. But when we define technically, then the practice of taking someone else's work or ideas or passing them off as own your work. As an institution of excellence in academics, we uses and recommends Turnitin, the worldwide leader, and the Urkun software for checking the plagiarism in our all assignments. And even after checking being done at LBF hand, APU also checks plagiarism when they receive the assignment from our end. And the acceptable similarity index, simply you can say the plagiarism, the acceptable rate is 10%. Ideally it must be 0%, but yes, you are taking some ideas from some sources. That's why the leverage has been given to you that 10%, up to 10%, you are allowed to have some material. Now 10% includes your quotations. For example, the Mark Cooper has given this definition of this particular concept. Now Mark Cooper definition cannot be changed. You have to include it as it is available in the books or the web. For that only, this 10% leverage is given. From the behalf of the fraternity of academics, from all my module leaders, program leaders, we wish you best of luck. The best wishes are available for you, and I am available email ID also. I am residing, and my campus, my office is there in the D block itself, where classes will be taking place. You can approach me anytime for any of your difficulty, right? So just once again wish you very good luck and happy academic journey. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Now, next I would like to invite on stage for the motivational stage our Chief Coordinator, Mr. Uday Kacha. Please give him a big round of applause, everyone.
Hello. Thank you, Dolma ma'am. First of all, I want to say I am sorry being late, especially from Pankaj sir. Sorry, Pankaj sir.